Hey guys!
Hey!
We're from Tryatec and today we're going to show you something very exciting.
Yes! Today we are unpacking the Oculus Go! Woo! Okay, let's open this.
Do you want to do the honors?
Yes!
The honors of cutting a package.
Look at that!
Nice!
They're super nice!
So what do we have?
Yeah.
We have over 1,000 apps, games and movies. And on the other side, you can see it's very much not based around gaming, although there's a lot of gaming. But I'm guessing around more of entertainment. One thing I'm super excited to try is hanging out with my friends with the Oculus Go, because now it's super accessible for everyone, which means you could actually go and try that out.
Yeah, and right now on Tryatec.com you actually can try for £1 a day, so you don't even have to invest a lot.
Yeah, everyone could do it.
So let's open it! Exciting! Alright, there you go. Cool, so yeah, on the first look, like, there's the VR headset itself, which is this nice baby here. And the main difference, of course, is that there are no wires. Can you believe it? Finally. So also when comparing it to the Oculus Rift, which is over here, you will see you have the wires because you needed to connect it to a powerful PC. And basically the Oculus Go is now in between the Samsung Gear VR, for example, for which you need a phone to connect to, and the Oculus Rift, for which you need a PC to connect to. And this one is just a standalone VR headset.
Cool. This is so light, wow.
Yeah, super cool. So also when looking at the material used, like, it's mainly plastic, as you can see here, which was also used for the Oculus Rift. But when looking at the front, you can see it seems to be a really nice metal cover. So this could be especially beneficial against overheating.
Speaking of overheating, it looks like this material is very soft and very breathable, so very useful if you are doing something very intense on VR, such as playing very intense table tennis.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Then yeah, this is great. This is perfect actually. And apparently you could take it off and wash it if you need to as well. So very hygienic as well.
Yeah, very cool. And also, like, when you look at it and hold it in your hand, it's actually very, very light. So also when you look at the head straps, they are soft head straps, so no rigid ones, which has pros and cons. So due to the fact that they're pretty soft, like, which is really nice, they're like more comfortable, and of course everything is lighter. But on the other side, there could be the risk that the whole weight lies on your forehead basically and on your nose. So yeah, would be interesting to see.
The great thing about these straps is that actually you could adjust them however much you want. So if you happen to have a very large head, well, then it will still fit you. And there you go. And then apparently you could also take this top strap off however you feel comfortable doing it, or if you have any special hair situation going on, you don't necessarily need to ruin it. Especially since this is so portable. What if you want to do it in the middle of something important, say if you have a 2-hour gap, then you could also just take it off.
Nice.
Alright, so here you could see the first button is the power button, which apparently you don't need to use that often because, as you can hopefully see here, there's a sensor which senses whether it's on your face or not. So if it's away from your face, it automatically powers down anyway. So a good way to preserve your battery. Here are the sound adjustments, quieter, louder. Then what do we have here? And then we just have the microphone here. We also have audio jack for headphones if you want, and charging micro USB. you have the headphone jack, but actually there is sound system which goes through the straps here.
Yeah. Basically, like you have the stereo speakers built in, which is pretty nice, and then the sound is reflected through the bands to your ears. Nice.
But keep in mind these are actual speakers, so therefore if you want to do it, say in a car in the backseat, obviously not while driving, or just, you know, public service announcement.
While you're playing table tennis,
yeah,
don't put it on the loud stereo speakers.
Just yeah, you could always use the audio headphone jacks for a better sound experience. But apparently the sound is actually not too bad even as it is with the speaker. Surprisingly quite good, because the sound is not directly coming into your ear, it's coming from near your ear, apparently the optimal place for you to have a great VR experience.
Cool.
Here you could see the lenses, which apparently Oculus is very proud of. They're second generation, reduced glare, and the resolution is 42, if I'm not mistaken, % higher than the Oculus Rift, which for standalone is really cool.
Super good.
Yeah,
seems pretty nice. I think like we could compare that from the resolution to the Samsung Galaxy S7. That's, I think, a good comparison to that. And also, like with regards to the imagery, like we're speaking about an average, I think, 60 Hertz, but it can go up to 72 Hertz. Compared to the Oculus Rift, for example, the PC connected VR headsets, they can go up to 90 Hertz. So they have a bit better imagery, and maybe with games that run on 60 Hertz per second, you might notice it, especially with 72 Hertz per second, is actually not too bad. So it really depends on the game, for example, that you're playing.
Alright, let's move on to this box. Just very nicely branded Oculus Go.
Ooh la la.
Okay. What we have here, I'm hoping that you could kind of see it. We have the headset, yes, the controller, which we'll talk about in a bit, and lanyard, eyeglasses spacer, USB cable, AA battery, lens cloth. So first thing first, eyeglass spacer, which sounds like someone was just giving the task of naming what this thing is to give space for your eyeglasses. Therefore, behold the eyeglass spacer. Which basically means if you're wearing glasses, you won't end up scratching the lenses here, and it gives you a bit more distance here. Very useful. Yeah. And apparently it's worth saying actually that you could also order prescription lenses as well. It works with your glasses, but you could order, say if you are -5, you could order -5 lenses here.
-1.
Just an example. If you watch too much TV or play too much VR. Here we have the charger, the USB cable, manual.
Oh yeah,
very important.
It's also important to say basically the battery is supposed to last between 2.5 hours, maybe up to 3 hours, and it takes 2 to 3 hours actually to charge. So yeah,
not too bad actually.
Not too bad. It's okay. I think like after an experience of 2 or 3 hours, it's also good to have a break.
Yeah, very healthy. And an actual just classic AA battery for the controller as well. And there you have, if I can get it out, a lanyard for the remote controller, which you could attach here. So if you're playing that table tennis game and you accidentally flick it across the room, that wouldn't be great for the controller or for the people in the room. So therefore use your lanyard. And that's about it actually for the accessories. It feels great. This actually, the back trigger button here is apparently quite similar. Well, you can see here it's quite similar to the Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
Even though they made this a lot more portable in itself as well. Have a look. You can see these ones.
And you know what? Actually, it's reminding me a lot of the Nintendo Wii remote controller, like when holding it and seeing it. But compared to that, this one is only a 3-axis remote controller. So compared to, for example, the PC connected VR headsets, they have a 6-axis remote controller and they basically you can move in space. Translated, this would mean you can do movements with the Oculus Go controller like this or up and down, but forwards and backwards it's not really tracking. It's same as like if you move the remote controller like crazy and swing it won't make any difference. So generally speaking, you can't really move in space with the Oculus Go. But again, it really depends on the games that you're playing and the developers, how they develop it, because you can still have some really nice experiences. And when looking at the controller, so you have here the touch sensor where you can move, which is also a button, and then you have the back button and the Oculus Home button. Okay, so that was the remote controller. In general, like you can have some really cool experiences with the Oculus Go. So there are over 1,000 apps out there that you can try and play. So you can play, of course, games. There's the Oculus Video, there's the Oculus Spaces, which is basically you can enter the social environment where you can interact with your friends. You can watch movies together, you can play games, which is quite like interesting. Like, so I'm excited to try that. And you also have the Oculus Gallery though for your own content, where you can watch your own photos and videos also in 3D or videos in 360, which is also quite exciting. So, and even you have the web browser. I heard it shouldn't be too good, but for a quick browsing, it should be alright.
Alright, so in summary, this is great. It's a really good in-between, say, with this Samsung Gear VR, which is under £100 now on the market, also rentable on Tryatec for much less than that. But this is the one that requires the Samsung phone, if you do own a Samsung phone. So, and this is the true standalone. And here you have the Oculus Rift with all the wires attached to it as well. And there's sensors that come with the Rift controller, but for now I'm just showing the headset as well. And the really great thing about this is that it's basically quite a seamless experience. It's portable, which is amazing. So I mean, yes, this one is portable, but you're basically using up your whole phone and phone battery with it as well. These two are quite similar because here you have the 3 degrees experience only. You can't move forwards, backwards, and move in space basically. You can move up, down, left, right. Whereas with this you can, so you'd have to wait for later models of the Oculus for that to happen. But honestly, this is great, I think, especially because it's so easy and just simple to use as well.
So generally speaking, I think you could speak about the Oculus Rift as a media entertainment system. So there are really nice games out there which are quite fun, but it really depends on what the developers come up with for the gaming market, for the Oculus Go specifically. So thanks for watching, guys. Go to tryatec.com, rent the coolest gear.
And actually this month we are renting out these two just for May for £1 a day. So basically this is already accessible, it's even more accessible for everyone, portable. So you can rent that on tryatec.com.
Yes.